pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Curry trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the ASRA National Championship Indiana 200 here live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As always, here on JTN, I'm your host, Joe Twansky. Joining me up here in the booth tonight, you know him, you love him. He's one of our newest members here at JTN, Mr. Joseph Weaver. Welcome to Indiana, Weaver.
Hello, Joe. Still a new member, I guess, but
newer, like, you know, in the grand scheme of things.
We're over a year, ain't we?
No, not yet. You still got like a month.
It's close. Either way, Joe, we're happy to be here at Indianapolis, one of the most storied racetracks in the entire world here. Ready for some fun racing here at ASRA with some Indy cars tonight.
The 9th edition of the Indiana 200, and last year, folks, we saw a barn burner where the 78 of Wade Driscoll was able to take home the victory. And tonight, Weaver, we got some new faces, new places, new drivers, new cars, but really the cast is still the same. Qualifying has been clear, drivers going out there for warm-ups right now, but a lot of fast cars, a lot of good drivers here at Indy. It's going to be about putting together a full 80 laps here this evening.
Yeah, Joe, this is a really tough track. You're going to be working the car every 4 corners, big long straightaways where you're going to be working that draft. You're going to be hitting some very high speeds here tonight. Going to be on the edge of your seat all night.
Well, Weaver, I'm on the edge of my seat because I haven't seen that starting lineup. Why don't you take us through it?
With pleasure, Joe. Starting on pole is going to be the 6 of Rich Napick, laying down a time of 40.201. Starting outside row 1 is the 51 of Roger Nebelsack. Row 2, we have the 33 of Tom Fastcows and the 21 of Mojo. Row 3 is the 4 of Tom Musa and the 44 of Dan Rubino. Row 4, we have the 2 of Richard Finkel and the 108 of John Palmer. And on our final row, we have the 19 of Rod Weston.
So 9 cars in the field here tonight. A small field, a tightly knit field, and folks, we're going to see, again, another great rendition of the Indiana 200. So glad you're joining us here tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe again. That does so much to help support us here on JTN. We appreciate it when you do. And remember, you can use code JTN at checkout at CircleBDiecast.com to receive discounts on your shipping. They also have their annual Black Friday sale going on this week. The actual sale starts Wednesday, but already some pre-sale items up there on their website, so go check them out again, CircleBDiecast.com. And that free shipping code will not work on sale items, so go get yourself a deal from our friends at Circle B Diecast, and then when you're in the market for some newer stuff, go back and use code JTN at checkout.
Hey, Joe, you mentioned we have a little abbreviated field, 9 cars here tonight, but I think that might play into the type of racing we see here at Indianapolis. You're going to be getting some big runs down the straightaways. You could very easily go from last to first, I would think, in just maybe a lap, if not half a lap here.
Well, we've seen some wild racing, wild finishes, wild crashes, a lot of wildness in these the first 2 editions that we've hosted or we've broadcast here on JTN. So, again, really looking forward to this race. This is the marquee event for all the drivers here in the ASRA. This is the one, if you can only win one, this is that race that every driver looks to put on to their record. So, again, going to be a fun one. Indianapolis Indy cars, there's something special about it too, right? I know, Weaver, I'm assuming you haven't had the pleasure of coming to an Indianapolis 500, but there is something special about Indy cars on the oval here at IMS.
Yeah, definitely something I would like to check off the bucket list someday. Making a trip up to Indy, seeing the Indy 500 in person. But ran a couple races here, some big races back in the day. I know, I believe it was IORL used to run a 500-mile race here at Indy with the Indy cars. It was a lot of fun to race your way into the race and then run a full 500-mile race. It was pretty intense, to say the least.
It's fun here, too, with NR 2003 and whatnot, to see the cars, you know, they get jacked up on both sides, too. Drivers being called to their cars. Again, we're moments away from racing here at IMS. Cannot thank you folks enough for tuning in here this evening.
Start your engine!
As you hear the command to get these cars fired up, they will roll off pace laps here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 3 rows of 3, Weaver. 3 rows of 3.
3 by 3 by 3 is how we're going to be pacing them coming to the green flag. Rich Nappy, your pole sitter, down there on the far inside. It'll be interesting to see how it handles that drive into turn 1, Joe. Usually like to get a good arc into that corner. If he can't clear those 2 on the outside of him, stuck down low on entry, might have to check up. It'll be interesting to see how that turn 1 plays out.
Ann and Barbara in chat, thank you. Welcome. No, we're going to be seeing the Beano fan club in chat, rooting on driver number 44 this evening. Always happy to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Folks, make sure, too, you say hello if you're tuning in here. Always like to see everyone shout out folks when they're in chat, too, and get to talk with you, answer your questions throughout the race. Field going to make their way down the back straightaway. Getting this parade lap for the fans here in the stands, close to 250,000 motorsports fans here tonight from Indianapolis. It is sold out here from the virtual IMS in Speedway, Indiana. Rich Napick going to be on the pole there, that orange and black car on the bottom. Then it's Roger Nebelsick to his outside in the middle of the first row. And Tom Fascal is going to round out or complete that first row. Mojo, Musa, and Bino, row 3. Row 4, Fankel, Palmer, and Weston. Your 9 entrants here tonight as the field makes their way down the front straightaway. Great flag, and the 9th annual Indiana 200 is underway here from IMS.
51 and Nebelsick getting a good jump there on the initial start. It's going to lead us down into turn 1.
It's a good jump going through turn number 2. Nebelsick going to be the lead for side-by-side battle right now. It's going to be Mojo on the bottom with Bino to the outside down the back.
Everybody navigating those first 2 corners well, getting single file here, going down into turn 3.
Field has been splintered already. You got 3 cars at the front, all close together with Nebelsick, Napick, and Fascal, your front row, and then the other 6 together, a couple car lengths back.
Speeds
Oh,
of 2.
Bino.
And a little low there. Dan Rubino able to gather it back up, not losing any spots here.
Weaver, I think that's
Mojo
the
a chance to break off.
It's going to be an indication to not hit that flat part in the corners, right?
Yeah, that rumble strip is very tempting. You're gonna want to go down there. You want to get as close as you can to it, maybe a little bit on it, but you can't take too much. Can very easily get that car turned around, or you bite a little bit more, you get too much of that grass, it can end up bad as well. While at the front, we got a battle for the lead. Rich Napick was looking to the outside going down into turn 1.
Napic hot on the rear wing of Nebelsick here through turn number 2. Going to have a run here coming off the corner. Down the back straightaway we go. Napic there in second. Going to duck out of line. Looks to the inside. Still not going to have enough momentum. Has to duck back in going down into turn 3.
Nebelsick taking a real wide entry to that corner there, getting a good drive off through the short chute. Now through turn 4. Down the back straightaway. Napic looking to get another run here. See what he can do going into turn 1.
How much of it, Weaver, here at IMS is about setting up a pass versus actually making it? Because we've seen drivers in the past, it takes a lap or two to get enough momentum to pull off that move.
Absolutely, Joe. The way these cars drive here, you're reaching the speeds 230 going down these straightaways before you get into a corner. It's all about momentum and when you can get that run, how late you can make that move, using that draft down the straightaway, sneaking out just at the right moment to get a fender on the car in front of you.
And still keeping our eyes on the duel going on for the lead between Roger Nebelsick and Rich Napic. Napic, our pole sitter here tonight for the Indiana 200. Lost the lead on the initial start after the 51. Got a killer one from the middle of the front row. And Roger has led all of them so far here, working lap 5. Herman, that is a wonderful question. Going to be looking at about 15 to 18 laps. 15 was about what a single car could get. 18's being a little optimistic as these runs go on. So probably 16, 17 is going to be more likely. But it's a weird number tonight, right, Weaver? Because if it was, say, 20, 21, you'd be looking at 3 stops. You'd be plenty good. Those numbers, the math's really easy. But, you know, when we're shaving 5 laps off a run, it's getting in the territory of having to make an extra stop.
Yeah, Joe, it's going to be close. It always seems like these Indianapolis races come down to fuel mileage. Napic's going to be able to sneak under him here in turn 2. They're going to be side by side going down the straightaway.
Drag race down the back. Nebelsick going to have some more momentum. Maintains the lead. It's really hard to set up a pass on the short chute going into those even-numbered corners and then trying to make the pass off of turns 2 or 4. You really want to set up that pass going into 1, going into 3, and then complete it through the chute.
Yeah, Joe, I'd agree with you there. If you're getting that low line, you can't come off of turn 2 and 4. You're really sacrificing a lot of speed. As we get a lap car here.
That's Bino in the 44. You want to check out what happened with him?
I'll take a look at that, Joe.
Keep our eyes here on the lead, though, live for the fans at home. You got Nebelsick, Napic, Fast Cows 1, 2, 3, and then you got your second pack of cars is Rich Fenkel looking to the inside of Tom Musa here down the back straightaway.
Oh, my. Short chute turns 3 and 4 of lap 5, Joe. Bino got a little loose, got up in the wall, rode it for a little bit. That was some heavy contact for the 44.
Get you the replay here. Watch the 44 gets loose hard into the outside wall. And like you said, he's riding it up there, 2 wheels on top of the wall, the rest of the car into the wall. Surprised that didn't bring out a caution. I guess the entire field had made their way by, but big trouble early for the 44.
Yeah, still doesn't look too much down on speed right now. Thankfully, definitely going to be waiting out for a yellow. Going to need to get a lap back now, but see what that 44 crew can do for the rest of this race.
And Herman bringing up a great point in chat. Green flag pit stops, where you brake coming into the pits. Going to be crucial here tonight. Heard some drivers talking about this setup that they're running here. A little wicked on that pit entry. Don't know if that was remedied before the race started, but definitely some drivers already concerned about that going into this race, and also just, again, with the sheer importance that those pit stops are going to have. Doesn't make the mind rest anymore, does it, Weaver?
No, not at all. I mean, even if you got a perfect setup here, Joe, one of the harder pit roads to navigate, especially at the speeds that you're coming off turn 4. Your car's wanting to wash up on corner exit, but you got to get it down. Pit entries comes up real quick on that front straightaway. That, along with getting it slowed down, it's a lot to navigate.
See, Fast Cow's kind of losing these top 2 right now, staying within sniffing distance of the draft off those top 2. Really, though, we got this pack of 4 here, as Musa continuing to try to find a way around Mojo for position. Mojo there in that purple and orange number 21. Musa the white and green. number 4 as Fenkel going to complete the pass on the outside of the 4 there going down into turn 3. So we'll rush Fenkel up into the 5th position. Mojo into the wall there a little bit off of turn number 2. That's going to allow the 2 to get even down the back straightaway into 3. Fenkel completes the pass. Musa also going to complete the pass. 21 way up the track. Might allow Dog Palmer to get a shot at getting to the inside. Doesn't look like it. Mojo going to have a run here off of turn number 4. Going to get to the inside of Musa. Going to duck back in line, though, so things getting a little more stationary there as we go back up front. Rich Knappich still trying to find a way around Roger Nebelsack.
Rod Weston getting lapped there on the front straightaway.
Anything happened to Rod?
We'll take a quick look for you, Joe.
Nebelsack a little high there through the chute. On the north end of the racetrack that time.
Oh my. At lap 7 there in turn 2, Joe. 19 went for a wild ride single car incident.
Weaver, take us radio style.
Or coming through turn 2. Gets a little bit on the apron and just gets a little loose, some grass on the tire there. Goes up into the catch fence and slides to a stop. Definitely down on speed here. Oh, he's up in the fence. And we have our first yellow of the race.
Of course. See if we got any footage of it. I don't think we do. We do not. Oh man, that is poor timing on our part. But first caution of the night for the 19. Rod Weston going around here off of turn number 4.
Yeah, a little incident when that group was lapping him. Dog Palmer got a little loose, went up, collected the 19. 19 spins around and the yellow comes out.
So field will get behind our Chevy Camaro pace car here. Give us the opportunity to remind you folks at home, we got some more great racing coming up. Next week's Excel Racing Turkey Derby going to be live racing Monday through Thursday. If you remember the bash at the beach from earlier this year from New Smyrna, you're going to love this one. Turkey Derby this week, different cars each night. Different racing each night. It's going to be a fun time. Coverage Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live right here on JTN on our YouTube, as well as on Twitch. Again, twitch.tv/Johto Network. All right, so now we talked about green flag pit stops being important. Caution pit stops. Get a little leeway, don't ya?
Yeah, definitely a lot less risk involved here, Joe. It'll be interesting. A lot easier to really think about the pit stop here, too. You're going to come in here, get your 4 fresh tires, get a chance to take a look at those tires, really think about how that run was on tires and fuel. Help you predict the rest of this race going forward with your pit stops.
So have everyone out there early in this one, so no one has been eliminated from contention yet. Have to think the 19, the 44 with some damage might be a little difficult for those cars to have the pace to get up there and race, but nonetheless, everyone coming down pit road going to get 4 fresh Firestones, fill it up with Speedway racing fuel. Nebelsack easily wins the race off pit road. I think Napick will end up taking second. Maybe not. Pascal's looking like he's going to take second, unless they're going to figure that out once we get off the access road. There's Mojo making a return tonight in the 21 Crown Royal car. Palmer's still catching up to the back of the field. Very slow stop on the 6. Uh-oh.
Oh, well, it might be a penalty for the 51 here.
Uh-oh. That looks like too fast on pit lane.
Like he had the car to beat there the first 15 laps of the race. Now going to have to come from the back of the field here.
And how many times have we seen in one of these races at Indianapolis? Doesn't matter if you have a fast car. Traffic is killer. Absolutely killer here at IMS.
Very much so, Joe. I mean, you saw how quickly and how much that field splintered there on that first run between our top 3 and the rest of the field. You can't afford that if you're the 51 Roger Nebelsack on this run. You want to get back up to the front quick, and you want to get back to where you were running before this penalty.
How urgent do you be, though, with your moves? How aggressive? Like, it's very treacherous for everyone out there. You know, Tom Musa also with the penalty. How urgent, how quick, how aggressive, all those different words and adjectives and adverbs and whatever. I'm not an English major. All of those things. How aggressive do you be here, knowing that you still have 3/4 of this race left to go?
It definitely needs to be calculated moves, Joe, but I definitely think the urgency level is high, just knowing how quickly and how much this field can spread apart on a run like we saw in that first one.
Going back green this time, but it'll be Napick, Fast Cows, Thankel, Mojo, Palmer. Your top 5 for the restart.
Fast Cow's out there heavy, saving all the fuel that he can on these pace laps, trying to make sure he's got plenty. Oh, we got an incident at the back of the field.
That's Bino in the 44, Rod Weston in the 19.
I believe, had the lucky dog there, was working on catching back up to the field.
Oh man, he was swerving trying to avoid him too.
It just looks like got loose on the brakes there trying to slow down. Bad break for the 19 of Rod Weston's been going through it these last few laps. We are, though, coming to the green flag. Rich Napick going to lead us, and off we go.
So now you're Napick, you're out in front of the field for the first time tonight. What are you feeling different underneath you?
Well, I think you're going to be able to hold it flat out a lot easier leading this field. You're not getting that draft, that push from the car ahead of you. I think now you're just looking to set some good laps. You know that guy that you were racing, the only guy that was beating you before, he's pretty far back there, but doesn't look like he's getting any breaks from that 33 of Tom Fastcows. He's peeking on the inside in these corners.
Nebelsack make a pass on Don Palmer for position. Top 3, though, starting to get away from the rest of the field. Similar to what we saw in the opening of this race. As you said, that 33 not cutting the 6 any breaks.
Definitely giving him a lot to think of in his mirrors right now, staying glued to that gearbox at the back of the 6. Rich Fankel also in third, staying close.
We saw last year it was an incident late that ended up getting Driscoll the victory after contact with Josh Boyer. If you're Rich Fankel back there in third in that 2 car, that black and white and red, as 33's into the wall, can't do that. You start thinking about those things, right? Again, the tolerance for any error, any miscalculation from these drivers is so low here at Indy. You always got to try to be in position to pick up the pieces should something occur, should something bad occur in front of you.
Yeah, Joe, I think that's really what, if you're not leading this race right now, your mind, your thought process should be on putting yourself in the best position that you can to win this race. It's still early, lap 21 here, coming to lap 22, but just putting yourself in the right position, that's what racing's all about. Obviously, you want to be in the lead, but only one driver can be in the lead at a time, so putting yourself in a good situation, something that can be productive if something happens ahead of you, or maybe you're just sitting back there waiting to get that good run, maybe saving a little bit of fuel.
All those battles going on for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Back up to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd on the podium. These 3 a little more... it's like they're willing to ride right now, evenly spaced up here at the front of the field. Weaver, everyone kind of minding their P's and Q's, a little more aggressive in that second grouping of cars. Although they're starting to get spaced out as well.
Yeah, I think that 33 Tom Fascal's realized he made his attempts there to get the lead early. They bared no fruit for him, so now just riding around in second, see if the 6 will slip up. Position you have to be careful. If you let off too much, if you're trying to be a little too conservative there in second place, you're driving that 2 car behind you.
And you still want to be trying to take the lead, right? Like, you don't want to... I feel like with such a small field tonight, the draft is super important, right? And making sure you're hitting your shifts right and all that's going to be great, but I feel like with a limited car count that we have here this evening, being the leader is going to mean even more, especially with the spread we've seen early on in this race. With these, 2-3 groupings forming as Nebelset going to get challenged here from Tom Musa. It looked like the 51 was trying to get something going on the 21, wasn't able to. Musa able to take the 5th position away from Roger. Be some other issues on that car. So it looks a little off pace, trying to gather it back up. Momentum's so important, but back to what I was saying. I feel like you could defend a lot easier than you could if, say, we had 20, 30 cars on track, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, especially when you have a group of 3 like this, Joe, you can really, not only are you seeing the guy that's making the move on you, but you're seeing the help that he's getting behind him. If you see that car is going to have, say, Tom Fascal decides, duck to the inside to make a move, but Napick doesn't make that move with him, or Fankel rather, I'm sorry, then you don't really have to defend it too well. You could just stay to the outside, ride with it too, maybe bring him up past Fascal's. If you have more drivers, then you can't really judge who's helping who and where they're going. It's a lot harder to see behind you.
Yeah, Fascal's in a rich sandwich there, right?
Yeah, they catch me out every couple times a night with that one. Tom Musa going to the inside here, looking for 4th position. He's got help from Nebelset behind. Mojo on the outside going into turn 3.
Still going to be even. Musa going to complete the pass. Mojo way up the racetrack into the wall. Almost contact with the 51, keeping the car up there. But now, Weaver, that's going to lose a lot of momentum for the 21 car. And the second grouping is now splintered almost beyond disrepair.
A heavy contact with the outside wall multiple times there for the 21 of Mojo. Be interested to see if that car can still hit the speeds that it needs to be competitive tonight. Those were some pretty hard licks. Back to our first grouping. We got a change of position for second place. Fast Cal's back to third. Fankel up to second. You're in the second group, you like seeing that ahead of you. Let them get racy. That's going to give you a chance to catch up a little bit.
Now if you're in that second group, you're only 2 cars strong. It's really a pair. And with Musa making that pass, it kind of set the stage to get that group splintered. But also, I mean, you kind of shuffled the 21 out of there, right? So
our first grouping coming in for green flag pit stops. Tom Musa, Roger Nebelsick onto pit road here.
Only about 10 laps since they last pit as well.
Yeah, it looks like this might be one setting up for the rest of the race, Joe.
You like this strategy?
Coming around lap 30. I think I could see the vision here.
What's the vision?
Well, first of all, I think it's a smart idea to come in here early, you know, get a good read, come out, get that undercut on these drivers ahead that you're catching. You're not going to be gaining on them if you're out there running behind them until they pit. And then maybe hope they make a mistake when they come in for their pit stop.
But pitting early there, Weaver, I mean, you even saw it. The 51 comes off pit road a little bit behind the 4. Could potentially be out of drafting range. It's kind of close there, but Musa going to have to let off if he wants to work with Nebelsick. As now Fankel going to come in. Going to get contact from Fast Cows. 2 cars around, no caution. Wait to see if there is a caution. Doesn't look like it, and that's going to... Pit stops are important, huh?
Very much so, Joe. A very tough break there for the 2 of Rich Fankel. Lost a ton of time on pit entry going around there after that contact.
Just woed up a little too much, I think. I mean, 33 still runs into him, but... I make the argument... That's going to help the 51 and the 4, isn't it?
See them just now passing pit exit there. Going to be well ahead of Fankel.
So going to be behind the 33. The 6 car Napick is now on pit road. So either they told us the wrong number, or we're just idiots and we can't count. I mean, it could be a couple things. But
well, I tell you what, Joe, with those 2 options, I don't know if there's a clear answer.
There's Napick coming on the access road. The 6 car has been fast here this evening, with Fast Cows able to make the pass. 33 going to cycle through with the lead. 2 car is... I do not know what's happening with the 2 car. He's around. You're in the north chute.
Down low on the apron, out of the racing line. When it rains, it pours, and that's really holding true for this 2 team right now, Joe.
It looks like he cuts turn 3 a little too much. You know, Mojo has to swerve, makes contact with the wall to avoid. Like you said, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it?
51 of Nebelsick, 4 of Tom Musa now catching up to that 6 of Rich Napick. They're going to be 3 cars strong, looking to hunt down Tom Fast Cows in the lead.
Roger going to go ahead and try to make the pass there on Napick. Going to complete it. Musa gets by as well. Now the 6 going to have the challenge of trying to hang on to these 2 in front. Should be able to do so, and they're going to try to run down this 33 of Fast Cows.
That was only about a half a straightaway lead at the time of the pit exit, now down to maybe about a corner lead.
Folks, if you want to keep up to date with the ASRA, you can first check out their Facebook, but also check out their website. We got a link down in the video description below. You can also find out more about how you could sign up, race, see the schedule of events. This, of course, the combo with the TMP Racing Cup Series and the late models. Again, all the select events broadcast right here on JTN as well for all 3 series. And again, you can find the link to their website down in the video description below to find out more. Or if you're on Twitch and you're watching the replay of this back, first of all, thank you. And also, second of all, you go over to our YouTube. Again, we're youtube.com/@Johto Network or twitch.tv/Johto Network. You can follow us at Johto Network, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Make it nice and simple for you. Again, Johto Network, all the different social media platforms. '51 is closing the gap here on Fast Cows with the help from Musa and Napick. Napick's kind of gotten back up onto pace. We'll see if Roger tries to make the pass. It looks like he's going to dive to the inside here, just past the yard of bricks, but Fast Cows able to hold on to the lead for now. Looks like might be able to defend this now, unless the 51 and 4 Weaver are just trying to ride here and try to save some fuel.
Well, it looked like the 51, he's still going to try for that move. Didn't have the help with him down the front straightaway. I think that's what made him abandon that move, but he's going to give it a shot here. He's looking inside.
Tom Musa looking to the outside of the 51 and Nebelsick is going to lose a lot of momentum trying to go to the bottom without help there in turn 3. Not going to be able to complete the pass, and now we'll have to try to set up yet another run here on Tom Fast Cows if Roger Nebelsick wants to take the lead. Now Roger and a Tom sandwich here at the front of the field.
Can't get away from being the meat in the sandwich, Joe. Wasn't getting the help from Musa there to get by that 33 in front. They're coming up on a lap car mojo here.
You're almost trying to... Made it look like he was trying to set up a pick. I don't think he was. Got off a little bit there going into the corner. Mojo is struggling there through the north chute.
The worst place to catch a lap cars on corner exit, especially when we're talking about Indy cars here at Indianapolis. You want to get up as close as you can to that wall on corner exit. There's a lap car there. You obviously can't do that.
You're feeling the intensity start to ratchet up here from IMS. Right now it's Tom Fast Cows in the 33. Your leader, Roger Nebelsick, 51 in second. Third is Tom Musa. Fourth is Rich Napick. This is your top 4. All grouped here together. Here comes Nebelsick with help from Musa. Looking to the bottom, looking to the inside, down into turn 3, trying to complete the pass.
Side by side we go here through turns 3 and 4, through the short chute, now through turn 4. Just barely can't get the pass complete. He's got help on the outside there, does Fast Cows.
And now Rich Napick to the inside of Tom Musa. At battle for third position. Musa hanging tough on the outside as the caution's actually out here, Weaver. for the halfway break.
And real chippy there coming to halfway. Napick looking to the inside there, gave the help that Roger Nebelsack needed to complete that pass down the front straightaway. He's going to be our leader at halfway.
It's the bonus points associated with it, so that kind of makes more sense about why they pit when they did. We're just a couple silly gooses up here in the booth, Weaver.
We know what we're doing, we swear.
Again, I'd like to remind you folks at home, we got some more great racing coming up next week. It's Turkey Derby from the boys over at Excel Racing, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're racing live here on JTN, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time start for all of those events. Can't wait for you to join us out there on here on YouTube.com as well as on Twitch.tv. So it sets us up for, you know, about a 38, 37, 36 lap dash. One of those numbers to the finish. Who are you liking right now, Weaver?
I tell you what, this 51 of Roger Nebelsack has shown that he's been the one to make the moves when nobody else really wants to make a move. I think that aggressiveness might just be enough to get him the win tonight.
Need to have a good stop here, right, in this 51. No mistakes on pit road. No speeding. No over the wall too soon. None of it. I guess you can't really have that in IndyCar, but I digress. Have to be careful you're on this pit stop because now you have the track position back. You just need a good stop from your crew and to be let go in a way. Can't pass that pace car coming to pit road either. Getting close there. As everyone down into their boxes, getting serviced by their crews. Fresh Firestones going on, filling it up with Speedway racing fuel. Nebelsack once again wins the race off pit road. Tom Fastcows, Napick, Rich Napick, Tom Musa. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to help. I believe it's going to give Mojo a lap back in the 21. Bino's still out there on track. Palmer now coming into his box. He was running 5th.
Of Mojo there getting the wave around. Gonna put him back on the lead lap.
Get you right back in this race, Weaver. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, right? Right back in it. Folks, can't thank you enough for tuning in here tonight to JTN. I'm Joe. He's Joe. Up here live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway ASRA National Championship Indiana 200 premier event for the series. Always appreciate you tuning in, being lively in chat. Big thanks to Herman. Thanks for tuning in. But appreciate it, folks. If you are tuned in for the first time, hit that subscribe button, like the videos, say hello. Always like to say hello to folks tuning in maybe for the first time. And, or if it's your 3rd, 4th, 5th, bazillionth time, it doesn't matter. We always like saying hello and Again, cannot thank you enough for all of your support. You can always be a friend, tell a friend about our streams, share these with your friends. That it goes a long, long way to helping us here on YouTube. And again, because of course we serve our almighty algorithm overlords, but again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here tonight to JTN. We appreciate it so much. Ninth rendition of the Indiana 200. Here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Speedway, Indiana. Indianapolis has some pretty cool events, you know? Has some pretty cool events.
Yeah, host a lot of really cool events here. I think overall in the city itself, too.
Mm-hmm. So Nebelcek going to lead us back to green here, coming to lap 45 of 80. It's going to leave us with 36 laps to go. I think we might be able to make it on fuel. Going to have to stretch it to 18 laps each run. Down and away we go. Green flag once again here from IMS. Hello, Barbara. Still with the lead. Fast Cows, though, looking to the inside here, going down into turn 3. Going to have a wheel inside. Nebelcek keeps his foot on the pedal. 33, going to get close to the wall. Might have had to back off just a little bit there. Weaver going to lose all the momentum on that Skull Bandit.
Yeah, Joe, we're real tight here. Top 5 cars under a blanket. Musa now ducking to the inside, making a move on Napic.
Oh, gonna be contact. Palmer into the outside wall. Gonna ride it there through turn 1. Everyone gonna get by A-okay. Mojo now into the wall in turn 2, and Napic has lost ground on our leaders.
I'm not sure how that wasn't a bigger incident. Oh, it's the dog Palmer going around on the back straightaway.
And that, no doubt, gonna bring out our 3rd caution of the night. 2nd for incident here. A hectic restart. So the 21's around. Oh, no. First, get you a replay of what happened. With the 108 going down here into turn 3. So all of a sudden starts swerving like Ernie Irvin.
Yeah, Joe, it really all starts with that incident going down into turn 1 with Musa and Dog going into contact into 1. Looks like Musa comes up the track a little bit, and then just a couple slow cars trying to make moves, avoid another slow car, and it's easy when these cars get loose, hard to gather them back up. Heavy contact there at the end of it with Mojo regaining from his spin.
They're going to make their way back down pit lane. I have to think it's going to be a lot topping off on fuel. Should be going back green around 31 to go. That makes you feel a little more comfortable, right? To make it on one stop.
Yeah, I think definitely a better look for some of these drivers out here. Less chance to make a mistake coming down pit road.
Weaver, how are college basketball season has started? College football season is coming to its end. How are the old UCF Knights doing?
Well, we're ranked in football. I can't be upset with the ranked team. Gus Bus still rolling strong. The basketball side of things, we're playing ball. That's all that matters. I think we're about as good as anybody expected, but we're definitely not better. It's all right, though. We're going to start getting them Big 12 recruits in here soon. It's going to be looking a lot better next year.
That Power 5 conference recruiting?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Musa coming back down pit lane in the 4. Staying out. I think it's going to be a wave around. Lucky dog. There he goes.
So some big breaking news regarding the college football. You might not have seen it, Joe. Sad news. EA Sports is going to be announcing a delay to the game.
Yeah, I saw that. That's sad.
Tough break for anybody out there looking to purchase that game.
We're big fake racers, but we also like fake football, right? Virtual football, so.
Virtual any sport, We're a big fan of any and all sport here.
We're not very athletic, so we have to do it on a computer.
I mean, speak for yourself, Joe.
I am speaking for myself. I know you would have been D1 if it weren't for that tragic accident where both of your legs just all of a sudden combusted, right?
If it weren't for them knees, man, I'd been putting the food on the table.
But we're happy to have you, Weaver. We're happy to have you.
At least I found purpose somewhere else.
We are awful human beings. All right, Roger Nebelcyk lead us back to green. Tom Vasquez there in second. Rich Knappick, Rich Fenkel, third and fourth. Leave that 2 cars back on. No, 2 cars still 2 laps down. Never mind. I'm bad. Tom Musa going to be fourth. Mojo going to be lining up in fifth in 21. Scott back on the lead lap. Doug Palmer, Dan Rubino. Only one retiree from tonight. Rod Weston is out of this race. Green flag, we're back underway.
Boys, we take lap 50 as we cross the line here. So second and good jump out to the lead. I think somebody keep your eye on now, Joe, is the 6 of Rich Knappick was our pole sitter coming into this race. Oh
no.
Contact.
Rich Fenkel, he's barrel rolling down the back straightaway. Caution going to be out here.
Oh my, Joe.
No caution.
Gnarly wreck.
Well, the intensity has been ratcheted up, hasn't it?
I would say so. That was a gnarly incident down the back straightaway there. We do remain green. Just gonna go scrape them up when we're done with this race.
Let's go ahead and let's get a replay of what happened there. Things seem to have settled down. What happened with the 2? He's just gonna get loose off of turn number 2.
Yeah, loose off the corner. I believe that was Musa there, wasn't able to
Yes. Oh, went into the catch fence. My goodness.
Got lucky, went in with the bottom of the car first there, not head first, so.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Just gonna, maybe a case of the spins there, maybe a mild concussion, but he's still with us, and that's what matters.
Yeah, the weight really shifted.
Roger Nebelsek's still leading us here. Tom Fastcow's in second. Napick in third. Looking down low, we're seeing a little bit of that Indy lining going on here, Joe.
Got to start swerving to break the draft down these long straightaways. Try to get as much momentum as you can right now. Nebelsek's still your leader. Fastcow's there in second. Napick, Mojo, your top four. That's Tom Moose and Doug Palmer a little further back.
Mojo doing a good job there, hanging on in fourth to these leaders. Saw he had some heavy contact with the wall earlier in this race. Car doesn't look to be affected all too much by that.
See the battle for the lead. Top four still all underneath a blanket here going down the back straightaway. Nebelsek's still your leader. Fastcow's Napick, Mojo. We're updating you on that top four lap by lap because it could change here any moment. Fastcow's trying to start getting a run built here to make a pass on Nebelsek in the 51. Shifting starting to play a role here too as the race goes on. Anytime you see these cars sink down into the track, it's a little visual trick that we get in these sims here in NR 2003. Car dips into the track, they're shifting. It's not that the car is actually suddenly, like, you know, just dropping in ride height. They're shifting. That's a good key indicator for us to try to figure out what gear they're in. Not that it matters too much right now, but you're definitely going between 5th and 6th very often here at IMS.
And so they're on the front stretch. Rich Napick trying to make a look to the inside for second. Just can't quite get there. Pascal losing a little bit of ground on first place. Getting a decent run here down the back straightaway, though.
Remember we saw those all-important last round of green flag pit stops coming up as well. Probably looking about 10 laps away from those. So still some time to set yourself up for that last trip down the long pit lane here at Indy, but Weaver, it's never too early to start thinking about pit stops.
No, I think it's probably something that's been on these drivers' minds all race, even before the race. Just knowing how terrifying this pit road can be, how long it can be. Any small mistake is going to be amplified by all those factors.
Napick going to have a run here down the back. Not going to be able to take advantage of it. You see Fastcow's ducks down to try to cover the inside. Going to be coming up on Bino in the 44. That car has been off after the early incident with the 44 hitting the outside retaining wall and skating, shredding it like he's Tony Hawk. Nebelsek's again just doing that snake down the front and back straightaways right now, Weaver.
Just trying to break that draft a little bit from the 33. It seems to be working well, not able to get up on that gearbox like we've seen early in this race. See, they're going past Bino here to put him back a lap down. here on 20 to go. I think the pit window is going to start coming open here in the next couple laps. See if anybody decides to go off schedule.
You're still outside of that window. It's such a tight window here. I don't know. We'll see a lap or two variance as Fast Cows makes a move to the inside. Going to have help from Napick there. Still going to have the front wing to the left rear tire of Roger Nebelset. Going to be fully inside down into turn number 3. Going to be able to complete the pass. Maybe off the corner into the chute. Not quite. Nebelset trying to hold tough on the outside. However, Tom Fast Cows completes the pass through turn number 4 and moves to the point here under green on lap 61 as we hit 62.
Now Mojo looking to the outside of Napick there. Wasn't able to get anything done. And Joe, that's really how you have to make these passes, where you got to get that run down the back straightaway and at least have that fender force that car ahead of you to take that higher line through the corner. You're only going to be able to clear them if you can stay below them for 2 corners consecutively.
You realize the mistake you just made, right?
Did I?
Yeah, these cars don't have fenders, Weaver.
Oh, well.
Get that wing.
Get a nose.
Get the wing. As Nebelset struggling here. Falls back to 4th. Got into the wall there a little bit off turn number 4. Could the pressure be getting to driver 51 here approaching the end of this race?
I'll tell you what, Joe, when you're out in front, you get used to leading the race. The car drives way different when you get behind another car. You get a lot of aero push. It's a lot harder to drive through the corners. You don't have that same level of grip. You're going a little faster. It starts pushing up on exit. I think it caught him out there. He's got a lot of ground to make up now.
I need a perfect pit stop here. Be able to make up this time unless there's a little more strategy afoot than we previously thought, but Tom Fast Cows back out in front of the field. Rich Napick there in 2nd. Mojo in 3rd.
Rich Napick, our pole sitter. Not sure if he's been able to lead a lap yet tonight. I'm not too confident in saying that he has, so I definitely think that's something he's going to be looking to do here. He's been getting some runs here, but the way he drives the corners doesn't really give him the best run off, and now you see Mojo falling behind. He's going to have no help from behind now. Roger Nebelset is on pit road, Joe, as well. It's Dan Rubino, Tom Musa, and Dog Palmer.
Here comes Fast Cows and Napick. Oh, baby. A little loose there.
Good job getting it gathered up there by the 6.
And unlike what you can do in iRacing and with an actual IndyCar, Weaver, there's no pit speed limiter that you can hit on your steering wheel to keep you under pit speed. So you got to monitor that all the way down. Keep the car underneath you.
Choosing to take 4 tires here. Tom Fast Cows is off.
Napick now down and away. So we go to Nebelset, see where this 51's going to cycle through. Going to get by the 21.
It's by Rich Napick. He's going to have a run here on Fast Cow.
I don't know if he's going to be able to make a pass, though. He's still far enough back. He's up to speed. But I think he's just going to be a little too far back right now. Oh, Fast Cow's clutching cautions out. What? Oh, Mojo went hard into the outside wall coming off of pit road, Weaver.
He's around again.
Here's a replay of what's going to cause this incident. Look at this 21. Almost perpendicular right there on the edge of the safer barrier. That's going to hurt in the morning.
Very tricky to get off pit road here using those access roads.
You said you went around again?
Yeah, it went around, I believe, around the same place.
Well, nevertheless, Tom Fast Cows is your leader. Roger Nebelsack, Rich Napick, 1, 2, 3. Dog Palmer there in 4th. Tom Musa going to be 5th. 4-car going to come down the pit lane here. Mojo back to 6th. Going to have to come down and try to repair that car as much as they can. And Rubino also going to be on pit lane. A couple cars out of this race. Rich Fenkel is out. The number 2 now. As well as Rod Weston. Won't see that. Yeah, 18 laps down. Weston is out of this one early. After some problems.
Yeah, I believe they called it a night after that incident with Bino on the backstretch. Well, Joe, you're going to be lining up here, getting close to 10 to go. Probably take the green right around 10 to go. You know, you've made that last pit stop. All that's left is to run out for the finish for the win here. What do you have your eyes on this time around?
Oh, I don't know. You're not supposed to ask me questions. We've seen the 51 willing to make the moves, but haven't seen him make the move to take the lead. Except for on the initial start of this race. So if this 51 can't get around Fast Cows here, I really think it gets this race plays well into the 33's hands, right? I want to be the leader right now. There's a Mopar M on that 33 too, which I'm a little biased towards, but I think right now I'm really liking this 33 car to take home the victory here tonight. Is that the answer you wanted, Weaver?
I'd call it sufficient.
Okay, sufficient. Oh. Use big boy words. What? It wasn't a knock on you. It wasn't supposed to be. It's just a statement. So we'll go back green next time by. Going to be going back with 11 laps to go here from IMS. Again, folks, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here this evening. I'm Joe Twansky, joined by Joseph Weaver up here in the booth. Joe and Joe's show. Cup of Joe. Any other ones, Weaver?
I think those are the two big ones.
Okay. Here from IMS, 9th Indiana 200 here with the ASRA. It has been an interesting show, to say the least. A couple crazy big spills for a couple drivers we thought were going to have a good shot of competing here tonight. And really, it's been about this 33, 51, and 6. They've been up front in the top 3 the most out of anyone here this evening. It's Tom Fastcows in the 33, Roger Nebelsack in the 51, and Rich Napick in the number 6. Yet, again, 11 laps here. That's a long time, but still a lot of race left. These laps, they're going to fly by. at under 40 seconds a lap, but oh, boy howdy, we're in for a treat here. A duel, to say the least, to the finish.
Yeah, I think so, Joe. And I wouldn't even be so quick to discount the 108 of Dog Palmer and the 4 Tom Musa back there. They've shown they have the speed. They can make the moves. Kind of been playing it safe a little bit back in the back of the field. Maybe not able to get towards the front, but definitely keep an eye on them.
No more mistakes for anyone. You can't afford it. Green flag. We're back underway. 11 laps to go here from Indianapolis. Good start from Fast Cows in the 33, able to gap by about a car and a half over Roger Nebelsick. Heading through the South Chute. Third, fourth, and fifth, a little bit tighter here coming off the corner. You see the 21 and 44 starting to lose some ground. Nebelsick already getting out of line. Weaver, I don't like that. I want to stay in the draft as much as possible right now, trying to get up to speed.
Yeah, he gave the 6-person having a really good chance to catch back up there. He brought along Dog Palmer. He's got some friends with him. He's got a 4-car breakaway now at the front of the field. Those top 3 are tight.
He's got a big run. He's going to swerve back right.
Big wreck.
Overcorrects there after getting loose off of turn 4. Roger Nebelsick comes back across the nose of Rich Knappick in the 6th. Collects Dog Palmer, who's engine smoking on that 108. Caution out here. Tom Fastcow's your leader, and we said it. You can't afford to make a mistake, and that's probably about the biggest one we've seen tonight.
A huge slip up there. Oh no! Wreck at the front. Our leader just got hit.
Well, let's get that. Gonna get hit from, looks like Mojo in the 21. That 21 car just takes off.
Problem slowing down there for the pace car. Kind of came to an abrupt stop, and problems all through the field right now, Joe.
They wouldn't have a clean car anymore, I think. Oh man. Let's get you another look at this wreck, because it is a nasty one. You saw it live, you see it again. Here, Roger Nebelsick coming off of turn number 2, gonna get loose, gets down there, corrects it back to the right. Tom Musa also gonna get a piece of it. Doug Palmer, he's tumbling. I don't know why he's tumbling. Okay, just a weird hit with these Indy cars. They take hits the wrong angle. They like to flip around, don't they? But you see that 108 gets airborne. Palmer goes for a wild ride. Dan Rubino looks to get through this okay. Mojo got through it okay. But then, of course, the contact with Fast Cows there down the back. I mean, Weaver, I don't think there's any cars out here tonight that are still clean. That haven't been involved in something.
If there was any, they just got the first damage of the night there. I definitely can say with certainty everybody's hit something at least once tonight.
Look at that 108 take off into the catch fence. Good thing we got those, or else that car would have been going into the spectators. Caution out. 9 laps to go right now. Gonna be going back green, it looks like, this time at the line. Weaver did get a chance, but our TWB 10 to go. On behalf of TWB, I'd like to remind you about GardenLightsDirect.com. They have you covered from porches to patios and much, much more for all of your outdoor lighting needs. Again, that's GardenLightsDirect.com here on what is now your TWB 8 to go, coming to 7 to go here for the restart from Indianapolis. I'm sorry, this is your 9 to go. Or an 8 to go. Did I say that? No, I mixed it up. Doesn't matter. We're coming back. End of the race. It's going to get crazy, Weaver.
I think it's already gotten crazy here, Joe. I just expect it to stay much of the same here.
You know, sitting there in second in the 44. Fast Cows with control here for the restart in the 33. Green flag, tire smoke, wheel spin. We're back underway, and already a frantic restart here at the front of the field.
Everybody having trouble getting back up to speed on that restart. Mojo looking to the inside for third here.
Mojo to the inside of Tom Musa, going to complete the pass. Rich Napick also going to get to the inside of the number 4, completes it in the 6. So Napick trying to get back to the front of the field. Roger Nebel's going to be trying to get back to the front of the field in the 51. Here comes Napick, gets loose underneath the 21, going to come back up the track.
Oh, hard in the wall.
Caution going to be out here again. Field still racing back to the line. Fast Cow's out in front. Bino in second, Mojo third.
I think we might have a good onboard from that wreck from the 51, Joe.
The Fast Cows leads us back to the line. Caution out. Another big incident. Is it on board with the 51?
I think that's going to be a show to watch there.
On board with Roger Nebelsick here, going down into turn number 2. You're going to see the 6 all of a sudden dart low. It's that orange car up ahead. Going to come back right. Look at that. Do you wanna blast off here with on board of the 4? Well, let's see.
Everybody get your yak bag ready because we're going for a flight.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's a good 6-8 feet above the catch fit, top of the catch fence there, Joe. That's some impressive height.
And see at 6 is going to come back across. Boom. Or car, as you said, he's just along for the ride at that point.
What would you think that was, about 3rd floor of the pagoda?
Might have even been 4th or 5th.
Yeah, 33 Tom Fastcow, still our leader. Dan Rubino finds himself in second after having a pretty shaky start to this race. He's going to have a chance to make a push for the win here at the end of it.
Got Mojo sitting in 3rd in the 21. Roger Nebelsick finds his way up into 4th in the 51, so still in contention after the previous incident. Tom Musa, your 5th car, going to be left out there. Only 5 of the 9 that started remain here from Indy. 5 laps to go. Sound good to you, Weaver?
Yeah, I think so. I think we could get it figured out in 5. Well, here we go. Likely to be the last restart here. 33 Tom Fastcow is going to lead us to it.
Oh, buddy, it's going to be a good one. Fastcow's Bino Mojo, your top 3. Go to the restart. 5 laps to go. Can Tom Fastcows hold on for the win here in the Indiana 200? Green flag. We're back on our way. 5 to go here from Indianapolis. Guys are swerving all over, Weaver. Mojo looking to the inside of Rubino there. Going to slide up the track. Bino able to clear, and Fastcows is gone.
Fastcows has a good lead, but is he a sitting duck? Is it too much of a lead? Dan Rubino now pretty well in second. Going to be looking to set his sights on 1st place.
Tom Musa was in the air a couple minutes ago. Now making a pass for the 4th position. Going to get by Roger Nebelsick down there into turn number 3. That 51 car obviously hurting after the heavy contact with the outside wall.
Which is just how resilient Delar can build a race car here. Tom Musa flying through the air, now flying through the field, trying to get up some spots here before the end of this race.
Top three all together. Mojo, big dive to the inside of Dan Rubino, heading down its turn number 1. That 21, not able to make it work and overshoots the quarter, going to lose some ground on the 44.
Fast Cows really likes seeing that in his mirror. He saw his lead decrease there those last couple laps, but if they're racing, they can't catch him and pass him.
Stay in line and work together is a magical button, although it's hard to get people to subscribe to that theory late in a race. Bino getting close to that curbing there through corner number 3. Got to be careful. Don't want to throw away a good finish, but this 44 is starting to gain some ground on the 33.
And some draft. Mojo with a big run here down the front straightaway. Chooses not to take it anywhere, stays in line.
Stays in line behind the 44 that time. Tom Musa starting to catch that 21 of Mojo as well. 21 going to be up the track, misses the apex of the corner. You're looking to the outside of Bino, going to get the wall a little bit, now to the inside, down into turn 3. Bino cuts across the nose. This battle for second is electric right now as Fast Cow still leads.
Well, after the race that 44 is had, he doesn't want to lose any spots. Even if he can only get second, I'm sure he will take it.
Mojo
looking to the inside.
Big dive to the inside, going down into corner number 1. See if he can complete the pass this time. Not going to be able to do it. Bino slices across the nose of the Crown Royal. Number 21. 3 laps to go here from Indy. 2 laps to go.
What a drive down into turn 1 by the 44. Dan Rubino really just kept his foot to the floor. Mojo trying again down here in turn 3.
Mojo to the inside into 3. They're going to be side by side. They almost make contact. They keep it straight, but the 21 going to not be able to complete the pass that time either, Weaver.
Dan Rubino's holding strong on that outside line. He wants this second place right now. And then I'll tell you what, Fast Cows love seeing all his battles behind him, not
next to him.
To the inside of him.
White flags in the air. Final lap here from IMS. Can Dan Rubino make a charge on Tom Fast Cows? Can Mojo make a charge on Rubino? Musa also sitting back there in 4th. Fast Cows still your leader. Going down into turn number 3 into the north chute. Mojo looking to the outside of Dan Rubino for second, but Fast Cows has the lead through corner number 3 to try to seal the deal, and off of turn number 4, it's going to be Tom Fast Cows taking home the victory here in the Indiana 200.
33 crew winning this race of attrition, able to hold off the advances there on the last few laps of the race. Dan Rubino holding off some advances to bring it home second after a rocky start to this one. Mojo bringing it home third, rounding out your podium.
So Fast Cow is your winner. Dan Rubino finishes second. Mojo third. And we'll talk with our podium finishers here tonight from IMS. Get you the results on your screens as well. Cannot thank you enough for tuning in here to JTN's coverage of the ASRA National Championship. We'll be live throughout the rest of the year for select events with ASRA and TMP. So make sure you're subscribed to stay up to date with all the live racing here on JTN. Tom Fast Cows brings it around, and he will burn it down here from Indianapolis. Uh-oh, he almost did burnouts on the bricks, Weaver.
I'm not a big subscriber to that one.
Oh, now he's just gonna do it straight up. Yeah.
I went in and I'm burning it down all over, every brick I could find.
Fast Cow is your winner, folks. Going to get you post-race results on your screens momentarily. Again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here to JTN tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, it does so much to help support us here on JTN. Also shows your support. Words are hard right now after that thriller of a finish. Shows your support for all the other broadcasting we do, for all the guys here at ASRA as well. Again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in. Results coming here momentarily, but first, let's get a word from our sponsor, AutoSim 2.
Today we're doing Auto Sim.
Auto Sim.
We are trying out Auto Sim.
Yay, it's Auto Sim.
And we're back here. Results on your screens at home, folks. We're down here in the Media Center. First, joined by your 9th Indiana 200 winner, Tom Faskhouse. Tom, congratulations on the win here tonight from IMS. You heard the fans going crazy when you came across the line, huh?
Yeah.
It was a hectic race here tonight. How intense was it out there on the track?
I was nervous the whole time because there were two cars that were obviously faster than me, and I was they were in my wake, and 51 Nebelsick passed me twice, and Rich Napick got me once, so I figured I was a good third place car.
When you see those guys have trouble there, I think it was coming off of turn number 4, second to last caution. How do you start shifting your focus on, where you're looking for runs? Because then you have the 44, you have the 21, the 4 all behind you that maybe you weren't as familiar with where they would make their runs throughout the race. How do you kind of reevaluate that for a 10-lap dash at the end?
Well, yeah, and that was the mystery, but it never came to fruition because when Roger made that, lost it coming into turn 3 before turn 3, the field was so far behind, and half of them had some kind of damage. So I figured all I had to do is keep it in third gear and not make any mistakes, and I should be able to hold anybody off. And then Mojo accidentally rammed it in the back of me during the caution, and that took a little horsepower out. I could only hit about 219 in the draft of Bino in those last couple laps. So I was hoping there was nobody that was full throttle going to come through the field and get me.
Well, doesn't happen. You're sitting down here in victory lane. I don't know, do you guys drink milk after this one? I don't know the festivities if they're all the same, but you win this event. This one is the big one on the calendar for everyone here in the ASRA. What does it mean to win the Indiana 200 to you?
I get to drink milk.
That's it?
Yeah, do cows drink milk? I don't know. But
I would assume they do.
So yeah, it's I'm only my second week back from shoulder surgery too, so that's my first two-handed race. Everything
feeling good? Does the win maybe make it feel a little bit better?
I feel no pain at all.
Heck yeah. Well, Tom, so glad to see you back out on track. Again, congratulations on the win here tonight. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. Shout out friends, family, sponsors. The floor is yours, buddy.
Well, first and foremost, Tom and Roger, because they put on an awesome show. Tom nailed it with the setup this week. He set the track up just right, and it was very competitive. There were 2 lanes of racing, so hats off to them. beyond that, pretty much that's it. Except for I'll take a thank you from my sponsor, RV Solar LLC, and of course to my wife for letting me do this.
There you go. You got the most important one there at the end.
Yeah.
Tom, again, congratulations on the win here tonight, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us after it. Now go celebrate and enjoy this one, buddy.
Thank you, Joe. Anytime, buddy.
Tom Fastcow, driver number 33, your winner here tonight in the Indiana 200. Let's go ahead and move to second place. He's the driver of the number 44, Dan Rubino. Bino, you got a copy?
I got you, Joe.
Well, your night, I can sum it up as perseverance because early incident, no caution. You get the wall, you're hitting the apron, you're doing, skateboard tricks on the wall there in turn number 4. How did you manage to keep in this race and to finish second here tonight?
Like I told them, Joe, I'll go down kicking, biting, pulling hair, but I ain't quitting.
We saw this race. It was a lot of big wrecks, right? A lot of big incidents. When you're coming down to the end of this one and you're seeing all these incidents start, these guys, they're starting to fall out. They're getting major damage. You've kind of been back there riding around, just kind of waiting to make a move up there in the front. What switch do you have to kind of flip to get in that attack mode to try to get that good finish, get the victory, finish up on the podium? What switch do you flip behind the wheel of the race car?
Well, you've seen me race over the years. I mean, I'm always like a disaster waiting to happen, and I just hang in there, and sooner or later I get up there. I mean, I love to run up front with the rest of them guys there, but for some reason, my car wants to wait till everybody wrecks out for some reason.
Second place finish in the Indiana 200. That's to make things feel a little bit better, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm telling you. I can't believe I'm in second. I spun around. I was going the wrong way at one point in this race. Unbelievable.
I thought we were thinking you thought you were at a skate park or something. Again, like I don't think I've ever seen a car like do just all the way around the wall there in turn 4. But I asked Tom this question, but how intense was the racing tonight, maybe compared to some other events throughout the calendar?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. These cars are so fast, and you have to respond. And it seems to be like most guys were saying that one turn you would get a little loose, and if you corrected it, you overcorrected it automatically, and that's why most people are spinning on it one turn. But they're so fast, and you have to be on them. If you're not paying attention, you don't belong here.
Well, Bino, you paid attention throughout the night, got rallied back to a second place finish. Congratulations on that. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. You got a bunch of great folks cheering for you in chat. Got a bunch of great sponsors on the car. The floor is yours, buddy. You know what to do.
Well, I like to thank. Well, first of all, it's Tom and Roger for putting up this good league, great league, and of course I have to thank my sisters. I hope I didn't give them a heart attack. I know they must have been going crazy, and just everybody that runs in this league, and obviously they run in the same league as other leagues that we run in, and it's just good. It's just fun, and I'm enjoying it. I just race the race.
Just race the race. It's that simple. Bino, congratulations on the second place run here tonight. And again, cannot thank you enough for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you, Joe. And once again, you guys did a great job as usual.
Hey, we do our best. We do our best.
Absolutely.
Got to persevere, right? Got to push through.
Yep. And I wish us all a happy Thanksgiving.
Heck yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, Bino. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
It's just 2 times in 1 year, Joe.
That's crazy. I mean, don't spoil yourself now. Don't go doing that.
All right.
Dan Rubino, driver the number 44. Thanks, Bino.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and move on to our third place finisher. He's the driver of the number 21, Mojo. Mojo, you got a copy?
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Third place run here tonight.
Not too bad. I'm pretty satisfied with a third. It would have been nice to win the thing, but Bino was clean. I had a couple of runs, but it was really fun racing with that. I love the way that guy talks, Bino. There's something about the way he talks. I just can't get enough.
Well, Mojo, we saw it throughout, and correct me if I'm wrong, first race back or first couple races back?
Yeah, I raced a couple of weeks ago, then I had to take last week off, and then this was my second race back. I'm not going to lie, though, I got to give you props. Part of the reason that I regathered the excitement of coming back was watching your feed on a couple of the races from the past. It kind of got my juices flowing again, so I got to give you props, man.
Heck yeah, I appreciate that. But juice is flowing. I mean, talk about how intense was this race tonight. I know I asked the other two the same question. That question isn't very original at this point, but how intense was it, especially for you, maybe, kind of getting back acclimated with all the guys here at ASRA?
Well, it was really nice. It was really cool. Everybody's been very cool about the return. I can't thank Rich enough. He made a new car for me that maybe you'll see for the Cup Series. And then, Tom as usual, and all of the gang. It's been a nice welcome back, and I'm a little rusty. It took me a little time to gather my thoughts on this race. A couple of weeks ago, I actually downshifted in the incorrect spot, so that was a nice learning lesson. I'm not used to using the paddle shifters, so that's an adapt thing. But this week, I'm very pleased that I got through the race and finished where I did. It was excellent racing. Everybody was clean. Couldn't be happier.
Well, Mojo, it was a fantastic race. Again, congratulations on the podium. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. You got some great sponsors. You mentioned a couple folks there. Before we let you go, though, the floor is yours to get all those thanks and shout-outs out.
Yeah, I appreciate that. For sure. So everybody in the league, really, I'm thankful for. And Royal Crown, I believe, was my sponsor tonight. And everybody was racing clean, and it was a great time.
Mojo, again, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thanks, buddy. We'll see you again, I promise you.
Heck yeah, Mojo, driver number 21, your third place finisher here tonight. Well, Weaver, that's going to wrap up our coverage here from Indianapolis. Crazy race here in the Indiana 200, but I think we kind of expected this to kind of play out the way it did because of all the stakes on the line.
Yeah, Joe, a big race like this, a tough track. I think it's just a culmination of all the things. It's a very high-pace, high-action track, and that's what we saw tonight. I think we saw some pretty good racing, some pretty spectacular wrecks, and at the end of the day, a solid finish, some good winners, and some good interviews there from everybody.
Well, folks, if you want to see more great racing, we're going to have it for you here on JTN. Turkey Derby next week with the folks over at Excel Racing. More TMP and ASRA action in the month of December. Keep your eyes out on our social media and our YouTube to stay up to date when their streams are live. You can also follow them on their social media, TMP Racing and ASRA National Championship, both on Facebook, or we have both of their websites linked down in the video description below. With all that being said, though, cannot thank you folks enough at home. Wishing you all a very happy Thanksgiving. Spend some time with the family. Give thanks, and we'll see you after the holiday. For all of us here at JTN, for our producer, Bristol, for Mr. Joseph Weaver, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checker. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! Turn 4 into the trial. Whitehill is through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
Off the ride and a wreckage behind him. We have cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down, it doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Behind, they're going to be side by side again. Contact there between Sinner and Bordeaux for
the contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Healy coming to the line.
Jack Healy